Jimmy Carson was beaming as he sat in the prison visiting room waiting for his mother and Misty Jacobs, his girlfriend, to walk in. He had good news to tell them. The parole board had agreed to his release, so in a week he would be on the outside enjoying his freedom. Not only that, but he would be able to accomplish something that he'd been waiting 12 years to do. That was to exact his revenge. No one had the right to take his wife, his boys, and his fucking life from him and get away with it. The one person on the entire planet who had been his object of hate for well over the 4,000 days he had been inside this prison cell was about to get his comeuppance. Sonny Murphy had taken his wife, his sons, and his prospects away of ever having the flash house and motor. His ex-wife now enjoyed all those luxury assets with a Murphy of all people, their arch-enemies. To add insult to injury, Carrie had ignored his demand for his son, who was born to Dottie Ellis but was raised by Carrie, to be called Jimmy Jr. She named him Billy instead. He was infuriated when he later discovered that Carrie had named his second-born son Jesse, which happened to be Sonny's middle name. Still, he consoled himself with the fact that they were just names, and they had his blood running through their veins. He didn't give a shit about her two other kids, Charlie and Nellie. They were Murphys. Although when he'd heard she'd had these kids, it cut him up. Because he imagined Sonny beaming with pride, having 4 children and a stunning wife. In fact, he had it all. But Sonny Murphy wouldn't be smiling soon, though. No, that cocky, mouthy, belittling cunt was going to wish he'd never been born. Revenge would be sweet. And once that had been accomplished, the Carson family would again emerge as one who lived up to their former reputation. Because now his own mother, brothers Arthur and Lenny, and cousin Zachariah had recently left prison as well. There would be a right good celebration, and the focus of the occasion would be on the destruction of the entire Verne and Murphy families. One thing he had was money in his bank. It was the £10,000 that cheeky fucker's Sonny had paid him to sign the adoption papers. He still chuckled every time he thought about it. Sonny was sorely mistaken if he believed he'd got the better part of the deal. How could a piece of paper change biology? Well, at least, that was what his mate inside had told him, and he would stick to that thought. He jumped up the moment he saw his mother. His smile deepened. Nothing had changed very much in 12 years. She was still a force to be reckoned with. In fact, it seemed that her stint in prison had hardened her that little bit more. Even though she was on the heavier side, she looked well. Her hair was uniformly black. Clearly, she was using a box dye, and had probably applied it this morning, since he could see that the rim around her hairline was stained with some ebony colouring. But even so, with her long fitted black dress and her gold chains and earrings, the way she was strutting across the room with her head up, she looked as though she owned the place.